So tonight we're going to do a short story for you. That's when we take a cigar and just don't do any research on it and just completely make up crap about it. And then at the end of the show, if we feel like it, we'll tell you the truth about what's going on with it. And today I am bringing you the Smoky Cigar Drunkin Donald. It is a barber pole that was given to me by Smoky Cigar Smoke Shop up in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. So they wanted me to check it out and do a review on it. Sorry, I'm going to make fun of it for a little bit, but I will do an honest review on it. How about you, Billy?
I am smoking the Banker Day Trader by H. Upmann.
Ooh, H. Upmann's a good brand, man.
Yeah.
All right. And how about you, Zach?
All right. So this is, and I don't know the name of it because it doesn't have a label. It was not given to me. I did purchase it, but it's a house cigar from Atomic City Cigars in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. And it appears to be a barber pole with 3 different tobacco flavors there. Not flavors as in flavored, but different maturity and such. And I know very little about it, so I'll have to make it up anyway.
All right, so I want to go ahead and light this thing as I give you my short story of the Drunkin Donald. So, as I mentioned, this is coming from Tennessee. It's handmade in Tennessee, and the reason why they're doing the Drunkin Donald is actually an ode to the moonshine distilleries up there, because there was this guy named Old Sam, and Old Sam lived up in the mountains, of course, where you do, and he had his own distillery. Well, Old Sam couldn't imbibe alcohol, but he loved making moonshine. So what he did was he got himself a duck, and what he did was, since ducks, evidently, I didn't know this, ducks take a lot more alcohol to get drunk. So he could actually test the proof of his alcohol by feeding it to the duck. And if the duck got drunk, he knew it was a high proof alcohol. If the duck didn't get drunk, he knew it was a low proof alcohol. And that's how he was able to tell the different proofs of his alcohol. And of course that duck was named Donald, after the beloved duck from some other franchise. But he called the duck Donald. So this is an ode to that duck, and it's amazing.
Okay.
That sounds plausible. I'm sure that ducks have amazing livers and can process all kinds of alcohol.
They do. They have amazing livers. And sorry, it's and the reason why it's barber pole, it's for Donald and Daisy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Just so you know, represents both. So how about you, Billy?
So this is the Banker series, and this is the Day Trader. And the reason this one is called the Day Trader is it actually goes back to an individual that was originally named Tom Spiegelman. And Tom Spiegelman was a day trader in New York. He originally lived in a small town in Virginia and grew in like a love of cigars and tobacco growing and stuff like that. When he moved to become a day trader in New York, he got really involved in the Wolf of Wall Street. And he kind of was inspired by that, so he started doing all kinds of crazy shit, and decided he was going to kind of mix the two fields, and got involved with importing Cuban tobacco, and he got in some serious shit for it. They fired him, and he decided to change his name and create his own line of cigars. Under the name Robert Amano. So Robert Amano went to the H. Upmann company and said, "I've got a blend I want you guys to try. I think it's fantastic. I think it'll go perfect in your Banker series because I was a day trader. So that's how it came to be.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
That's fantastic.
I guess it's my turn now.
Zach, let's hear about yours, man.
All right. So first of all, apologies to Secret City Cigar Lounge, not Atomic City, Secret City, for misremembering your name. It's a cool little shop in Oak Ridge. But the Tri Tobacco Barber Pole is an homage to the Manhattan Project. Obviously, each color represents a different site. Hatford, Washington, Los Alamos, New Mexico, and Oak Ridge, Tennessee. So in their efforts to, defeat the evil during World War II. So this cigar is an homage to that.
Fantastic.
That's a deep cigar there, man.
Well,
I just
I
got
also
a
could have
couple
said
of
glows
ducks.
in the dark.
There is
I just
a
got a couple
slight
of ducks
hint
fucking.
of uranium.
Does have kind of a yellow cake vibe to it. Getting a subtle yellow cake.
So, what's first thoughts on light up on each one of yours, boys? This one's pretty pleasant. It's probably a mild to medium smoke so far. It's full. It's a full smoke in the mouth, so it's got a lot of smoke. It's got a good smoke output, I should say. The flavor's not bad. I can't taste anything. I can't get anything. I'm not pulling anything as far as flavor wise yet. It tastes like tobacco, essentially. But so far, not bad. How about you, Billy?
Yeah, so far this is actually pretty damn good. It's also on the lighter side, but the flavors are there. It's not pulling any punches on flavor, but yeah, I'm not finding any kind of one particular note or anything. But I kind of am. This is the way starting off. It kind of reminds me a little bit in the same flavor profile as that Romacraft. Which one was that we had the other day?
The Intemperance EC.
Yeah, Intemperance EC.
So it's a little on that same flavor profile, at least so far.
Interesting. What'd you use that?
Starting off good, light, but approachable. I think this would probably be like the half inch or whatever I'm into the cigar. I think this would be an okay cigar for just about anybody. It's not over the top on anything, but hopefully it gets a little more interesting as we go.
Nice. I did forget to mention a little side note for the Drunkin Donald here.
Oh yeah.
Legend tells it.
Legend has it.
Legend has it that sometimes Donald would get a little too drunk because he had too much moonshine, and there was this trail that went straight down the mountain, and Donald would accidentally go down that trail because he's drunk, and he was extremely fast when he was drunk.
Yeah.
So that's how we get White Lightning, because he was a white duck and he went down the mountain extremely fast. I mean, some people say it's because of moonshine being called White Lightning, stuff like that. It's actually because of Donald the Drunken Duck.
And you know what? Are you sure they didn't name him Donald because of his temper when he got drunk?
It could be.
Because Donald Duck's got a temper, right?
That's right.
So.
Donald does have a temper. He could be a mean ass duck. I don't know. I mean, he is arguing with the person on the label. It says, "I'm not drunk." And he's like, "Yes, you are." It's there right on the label.
That's funny.
So
I like it.
could be. I'm a little disappointed I'm not getting any kind of flavors of duck out of it, but
No canard. No roast canard.
I love duck.
No orange.
It's one of my favorite meats. I would say probably duck and lamb.
Nice. I'm not such a lamb fan.
I get
Not
that.
a lamb fan. You don't like gyros?
Yeah, I like gyros, but If it's like a roasted lamb shank or something like that, I'd take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I get that. It's got a flavor that's not for everybody, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Flavors are starting to change on mine a bit. More toasted, kind of a smoky flavor. Smoke. But yeah, there's a...
It smells like smoke.
Is it
like burning leaves of some sort?
Tastes like the fall.
It's like the fall. It smells like dried leaves with a little bit of, I don't know, something.
Is that
something,
a fort? Like a leaf fort? Yeah.
A hint of pollen?
And muscadine.
And muscadine.
A bit of honeydew. Cantaloupe. Are we talking summer? What are we talking about?
It tastes like burnt sienna Crayola crayon. No.
I detect a bit
I was going to go more a burnt umber. More umber than sienna.
I'm getting burgundy, personally.
What a maroon.
The retro hail on this is very light. You know how a more pungent, full-bodied cigar will kind of almost burn a little bit.
Yeah,
that's just me. But this is almost like a pipe, as far as the retro hail being lighter. None of their aromatics from pipe tobacco, but just easy to do without a problem.
Yeah, burning the hell out of your palate, the back of your nose.
It's kind of weird. Every time I tried to retro hail this one, just nothing.
Yeah, I'm not getting a lot on mine either, but it's not.
But it has a lot of smoke. I don't get it.
Mine's not a bit, not really that strong on the retro hail either. But
I'm getting like a little bit of like a light roast coffee kind of in the, the puff and the retro a little bit. It's kind of nice. Definitely a lot more Hatford than Los Alamos.
Is it more Hatfield than McCoy?
That's a different thing.
All right, where are we at in our cigars?
About half. Maybe
About third.
Half. Yeah.
About third down,
Okay.
maybe third to a half.
We'll wait a minute before we review it.
No significant changes on mine.
None to be noted here either.
Still good though.
I just wish I knew more about Drunk Donald.
Yeah, it feels like the backstory on that.
What kind of duck was he? Was it a mallard duck?
I mean, he's typical yellow duck.
Okay. It was a baby duck.
Peking duck, maybe.
They were.
I guess he was a baby duck.
duck.
Maybe
alcohol.
Maybe the alcoholism just made him stay young forever. It preserved him. That's what happened. The alcohol preserved him.
Some say he was dead. Others say he was preserved.
Others say he was preserved.
They say, look at him. He's still feisty, and they kick him. He rolls around. He's like a stuffed duck.
He reacted to that perfectly.
That's exactly what I thought he was going to do. Oh, he's such a rascal. That Donald.
You rascal. That's a great word, rascal.
I mean, I don't know. But I wish I knew more about Drunkin Donald, except for the legends.
I should do a little more research on Robert Armano. Or Armano. Robert Armano.
Armano. Is it like an heir to the Armani family?
No, I don't know. He just liked the name, so he changed his name to Robert Armano.
Oh, he just changed his name. Okay.
Yeah. He was, Tony Spiegelby?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just hard to say Spiegelby.
Yeah. It's like, well, you don't want a cigar from the Spiegelbys. You want an Armano. Just doesn't sound right, right?
That's marketing right there. I mean,
I would, I mean, marketing for sure.
For sure.
Although, if the Spiegelby name is backed by a great cigar, people are going to know it.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. I mean, yeah, if he had pride in that cigar, he would have kept his original name.
It's when he got really into the Wolf of Wall Street, he just kind of went a little crazy. So, but
was he actually one of the brokers there in the Wolf of Wall Street? Like, was he actually part of
the original, like the people that the movie's based off of?
Yeah.
No, this is a pretty recent development. I mean, that was like in the 80s, right? When Wall Street was huge and doing its thing, blowing up. No, this was like early 2000s when this started happening.
Oh, so he was inspired by the movie.
Yep, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
He heard the story and got really like it really like inspired him to be more like that guy, and he's like started making really ill-advised trades but making a shit ton of money. But he's importing illegal shit. So what are you gonna do?
But yet he got on with a legit brand.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
amazing.
after he moved down to El Salvador, it was all good.
Sounds like a smart businessman to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, he took the remainder of his money and he put it in a Swiss bank account, moved to El Salvador, changed his name. I guess that's why he changed his name. He was in trouble with the law.
It could be. It could be.
It wasn't so much marketing as it was running from the law.
Running from the law. We gave him a little bit too much credit.
Yeah, El Salvador was cool though. They granted him asylum, and because he's like, well, I'm gonna be a millionaire here. I got this awesome recipe or whatever, the aging process that I'm gonna do with my leaves, and I'm gonna be a good business guy for your country. somebody you want here. I'm gonna bring a lot of money to this country.
And they're just stop right there. You said money. We're good.
Said enough. Mr. Armano, welcome to our country.
Welcome to our country.
Damn, man. Well, the cigar's good.
The cigar's not bad. Smoke it a little bit faster than I normally would, because I'm about halfway through mine now.
Yeah, about the same.
Well, I guess I'm keeping up with
the draw is really good on this cigar. I will say the construction is pretty on point.
Yeah, I'm in a really good spot right here on mine. There was a spot, I don't know, about maybe an inch down where it kind of slowed down its smoke output, and it got a little bit hard to draw. But I don't know if that was just where it was tight, where it was rolled. But once I got past that, it's kind of opened up quite a bit.
Yeah, that hadn't been a problem here. This cigar has had no hard spots whatsoever throughout it.
The air and humidity level, the air movement and humidity level is pretty much perfect for blowing smoke rings right here. I'm just saying.
You've been doing it really well. Yeah, I haven't seen your smoke rings. Perfect. Look at that.
Got him.
Okay, so since we are about halfway, let's go ahead and review the halfway mark. So far, no change in flavor on mine. I can't pull out any specific, taste or anything like that from it. But it's a solid smoke. It's become a little bit more of a medium than a mild medium. So it's gotten stronger since I've lit it up. And still not tasting duck, so I'm kind of disappointed there. I mean, duck or whiskey is what I was really trying to get out of this cigar, and I'm just not getting it.
Or a whiskey duck.
Or whiskey duck. I mean, if it was a marinated duck in whiskey, I mean, that would have been perfect, spot on. But since it is not giving me either one, I think that's false advertising.
So they feed a duck fat and alcohol to the point of killing its liver. And then they take the fat and they spread it across the tobacco leaves and cure it in the duck fat.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
Does that count as confit?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would.
Yeah. I don't know that you need the liver part for that, but side note, that's a delicious way to cook meat. But
since I've got neither one of those, I mean, it might get a point off because I got no duck and no alcohol. So take that as you will. Billy, how about yours, buddy?
Yeah, mine has been pretty consistent. It is maybe the intensity a little bit more than it was. I don't know if that's just related to the smoke output being more or than it started off with, but definitely the flavor is pretty damn good. Not anything I can really pick out as far as any notes or anything like that. But yeah, it's really pleasant. No a natural aftertaste or mouthfeel or anything like that after the fact. But probably something I would recommend for people that are, you know, maybe not just starting out, but, you know, getting into the game a little bit.
Well, I mean, like I said, H. Upmann, they're strong line of cigars.
Mm-hmm.
They've had good product for many a year.
Yeah, definitely been enjoyable so far.
Around us, they're a little bit harder to find, but they're a solid smoke. I can't say nothing but good things about them. How about you, Zach?
No significant changes in flavor. I mean, I'm getting the kind of light roasted coffee kind of went away, kind of replaced with maybe cedar, some kind of toasted cedar kind of thing. Very subtle. Not sure that I would use. I mean, I'll like maybe convince myself that I'm getting that out of it. Also a little bit salt. Not sure.
Salt.
Yeah. There's the Corojo 98, I think is the one. Has like a little bit of a salty flavor to it. And I'm getting a little bit of that. I don't know that that's what this is, or if it's just like, maybe I pulled something out of my mustache from dinner and I'm now got some salt in my mouth.
I'm tasting mashed potatoes. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind.
It's not. I would still say it's like a mild medium. Maybe it hasn't really picked up in intensity. Construction's great. Draws very nice and easy. But you know, for a little bit more punch, a little more flavor. Currently,
I mean, with it having 3 different wrappers, you would think it'd have a little bit more kick to it.
Yeah, I don't really know what's on the inside though.
But maybe not, because it is a house blend, so
yeah,
it's kind of.
It could be anything.
Yeah, it could be all over the place.
I do know a thing about it.
I mean, that it tastes like yellow cake. Plutonic.
It's a little bit of U-232.
I bet you if I got a stack of these, I could power a nuclear sub.
I do know that it's made in the same factory as Alec Bradley's stuff, but I don't think this is a blend of theirs that's been changed. I think this is their own blend put together for the house, and it's not offensive. It's not bad. It's just not my go-to for sure yet.
Gotcha.
We got a little time. It might get better.
Maybe a surprise you at the end.
Definitely approachable though. I mean, I could see early cigar or someone who doesn't like a Maduro kind of being drawn to this because it looks fancy.
So we about wrapped up on these cigars, or are we still going?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm ready to review.
Okay. All right. So I guess I'll kick this off. From light up till the very end, it did change on me. It got stronger, and I think it's a little bit more heavier on the nicotine because my head is swimming now. But no film on my mouth, so that's good. It was a good smoke. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy it. I don't know if it's partly because of the company. Company's great. But I'm going to rate it probably a 3.25. And for us, it's 3.25 out of 5. It's about a middle-of-the-road cigar. I'm not going to tell you to run out and grab one right now. But if you pick one up, it's a decent smoke. It's not a typical barber pole where... sometimes you'll get multiple flavors in it. It's kind of the one note thing. But 3.25 is where I think I'm going to sit with it. And I'll tell you that the truth on this cigar is I have no idea how they got Drunkin Duck or Drunkin Donald out of it. Unfortunately, I don't know much about the cigar itself, but it does, to me, taste a little bit more Dominican. It's got the Dominican feel to it, more than Nicaraguan. Because Nicaraguan definitely has that heavier, taste to it. But this has a lighter taste to it. So I'm thinking it's more Dominican, which, we haven't rated Dominicans very highly in the past on our show. but 3.25. So I would definitely say it's a decent smoke. How about you, Billy?
Mine really picked up too as far as the intensity towards the end. I guess around the halfway point, and it just kind of started to ramp up towards from there. The flavor profile just really kind of intensified with the pepperiness. Not to the point where I don't enjoy it, but all around really enjoyable experience. I did at one point feel like I noticed a little bit of caramel, just kind of in the lingering in the background a little bit. That was a pleasant surprise. But I think because it did ramp up to where I kind of liked it as far as the full bodiedness and the flavor. I really think I'm going to put this one around a 4.25. I really enjoyed this, from start to finish. It didn't end disappointing. It just kept getting more towards the flavor profile that I enjoy. So yeah, I'm going to say 4.2.
Okay. So also tell us the truth on it. What is it actually?
I really don't know much about it, to be honest. I suppose it's just one of a new line in their Banker series, but I think it's probably a Nicaraguan filler. I would assume, just because of where it ended up in the flavor profile. It's a little bit, like I said, heavier. Got that little bit more pepperiness towards the end. But I don't really know much about the company. I know you said Upmann is a good brand, but this is really my first experience with them.
Fair enough. How about you, Zach?
Well, up until this last third, I probably would have rated this about a 2.5. It's not really my cup of tea. It's a little too mild, a little too not I don't know how to. It didn't have anything that stood out to me. But the last third is quite good and much closer to things I like. I don't know if that's just because they had something else towards the head of the cigar that's more my cup of tea, or if it just because it intensified as I was smoking it. But the last third is pretty good. I rated it a 3. It's probably not my go-to, but as far as a house cigar goes for a small shop, that's pretty nice. I think they could sell a lot of these because they're pretty approachable and an easy smoke. So
nice,
very cool.
Give it a 3.
And just a shout out to Smoky Cigar, and let them know that I appreciate them letting me smoke that cigar. When I came in the shop, the staff was extremely friendly, extremely helpful, and I can't say nothing but good things about them. So if you're ever up in Pigeon Forge, check out Smoky Cigar. It was a good time. We had some laughs while we were there, and they had a very nice humidor.
Oh, yeah.
Brands all over the place. So they weren't just they didn't just have the big brands. They also had some boutique cigars and stuff in there. So you can get a wide selection of cigars through them. So can't say nothing but good things about them.